Hey, sports fans. Are you ready for some football? I know I am. I'm Kat. I'm your host this evening, and I am joined by none other than Cobra and our sound man, Keith. Say hi, guys.
Hey,
Hello.
how we doing?
I'm going to call you our Sandman just for shits and
Say
giggles,
your
okay?
prayers, little
Hey, that's
one. Don't
fine.
forget
For now, our
my
Sandman.
son.
Just
Don't
don't call
do
me
it
like
for
that.
fun.
Who's ready for the playoff picture? I mean, I know we still have football to play tomorrow.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding
I
me?
I know. I
Playoffs?
know.
I just hope we can win a game.
One last game, Ravens. One last game in the regular season. In the regular season. Um. So I just want to start off by kind of reading through who has made the playoffs, and then the teams that must win tomorrow. Must. They have no option. Um.
Because if they cannot win, they must take out
Go
their
home.
Metro cards and climb aboard the L train. Their names forever inscribed into the Death Note. Delete.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just like that, Cobra. Just like that. All right. So, we've got the Denver Broncos, the New England Patriots, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Houston Texans, the Buffalo Bills, and the Los Angeles Chargers, who have all already made the playoffs. Tomorrow, we'll decide whether or not Baltimore or Pittsburgh makes it into the playoffs. Baltimore is apparently favored. They are at a 58%, and Pittsburgh is at a 42%. I'm
See,
so hugely skeptical
see,
about that,
Cat,
though.
Cat, this is what happens when Aaron Rodgers was supposed to go to the Vikings. As was prophesized by Destiny, Brett Favre 2.0 was supposed to happen, but Aaron Rodgers, high in ayahuasca, decided, you know what? I'm going to buck Destiny and go to Ginzerland, where they didn't want him in the first place because they wanted him to go to the Vikings because it was funny, because then he can go ahead and commit welfare fraud like Brett Favre.
You have to get off of that. You
No,
have to.
no,
It's not
it's this.
happening, Cobra.
But it
It's
was
not happening.
destiny. It's
All
destiny.
right.
It was
All right.
prophesized.
So we've also got the rest of the teams in here who have not made it. We've got the Cincinnati Bengals, the Cleveland Browns, the Indianapolis Colts, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Miami Dolphins, the New York Jets, the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Tennessee Titans. Um, are you?
Why?
As far
Is
as the
there
AFC is
any
concerned,
team? Is there any team on that list you are surprised did not make the playoffs?
it seemed like every year since we've been doing this podcast, it was a guarantee that the Kansas City Chiefs were playoff bound. This is a huge surprise, especially when it comes to the script and the referees and Roger Goodell, because now he doesn't have his boo, Patrick Kermit Frog Mahomes. This is supposed to be Travis Kelce's last year as well, so it almost made sense for it to be almost like a storybook. Kermit versus Josh Allen again in the playoffs. They were going to intersect, but this year it was not to be, as Kansas City definitely um blew up like Patrick Mahomes' knee. So there's that.
I mean, did they actually blow up as bad as Mahomes' knee?
Yeah, because
That's fair. No,
their
no,
season
that's
relied
fair.
on Patrick Mahomes, and it's gone.
Yeah, yeah. I think we've talked about this before. How we can't we we can't do any of this, but our teams can't just pick one guy to carry the team. We have to have a whole team putting in
No,
the effort.
it is a team game. It is a team game. It's a
Yeah,
team sport. But
right.
it was clear when Patrick Mahomes went down, the Kansas City Chiefs have not been the same at all. I mean, they haven't been the same all season, but it's like something was very off, especially after the Eagles mollywopped Kansas City in the Super Bowl. So
That's a good word, mollywopped. I haven't heard that one in a long time. Um, Keith, is there a team that did not make the playoffs that you are surprised about?
I too am like surprised about Kansas City. Um, I'm dumbfounded, and I knew when Patrick Mahomes got injured, then their chances were zero
Yeah,
because
honorable
without
mention.
their golden boy, he
Yeah,
is the reason why they make the playoffs.
honorable
right.
mention goes to Indianapolis.
Yes. Yeah. I have to say, I thought the Raiders were doing better than they were for a while there. And when I
Well,
found out that they were not doing well, I was like, wait, what? I was legit shocked. Um, but
smoke weed,
that being
baby.
said, that being said, um the Raiders were one of those teams that kids in my school rooted for because their dad did. And but other than that, they're not really on my radar. Um
Yep.
so then we have the NFC. Sorry, now I have something in my eye. Oh my goodness. Um we have the NFC playoff picture. So the Philadelphia Eagles made it. The Chicago Bears, San Francisco, Seattle, the LA Rams. I got to tell you guys, that's really confusing. Somebody has to change their decal. Either the Rams or the Chargers, one of them has to change their decal. But
That
how
would be the
funny would it be?
Now, if the Chargers went back to San Diego, it would be hilarious because, low tier meme here. Fuck you, Spanos.
I was going to say, how funny would it be if both LA teams made it to the Super Bowl?
Not gonna happen. Not
But it
gonna
would be
happen.
hilarious.
But not gonna
But it would be
happen.
hilarious.
Not
Okay,
gonna
but
happen.
it would be hilarious. Somebody comment down below, comment and tell Cobra it would be hilarious. It's
If
not going
I
to
can't,
happen,
if
but
I
it would
can't,
be funny.
if I can't get Aaron Rodgers to go to the Vikings, then LA can't get both teams in the Super Bowl. That's how this
Okay.
works.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Sure, sure. Okay. Somebody's little butt hurt. And then we have Green Bay, who also has made it into the playoffs already.
Speaking of Aaron
Um,
Rodgers,
Carolina. Carolina has a 72% chance of making the playoffs and winning their division at this point. Um, the way for them to do that, however, uh,
it all rests on Atlanta and New Orleans.
Atlanta has to
Atlanta has to
win
win.
for Carolina to get into the playoffs.
Yes.
And then for Tampa Bay to get into the playoffs, which, by the way, is only a 28% chance on ESPN, the Saints have to win. So we all know what Carolina and Tampa Bay are going to be doing tomorrow. Now, the teams that have not made the playoffs, the teams that are just not a chance. We have the Arizona Cardinals, the Atlanta Braves, Atlanta
Falcons.
Falcons.
Someone's
It's not
excited for
baseball.
baseball.
Spring training is so close. The Falcons, Dallas Cowboys, Detroit Lions, Minnesota Vikings, New Orleans Saints, New York Giants, and the Washington football team.
Commanders.
Yeah, them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not the redacteds anymore.
Commanders, aka Redskins.
Yep.
Redskins.
Redacted.
That's what I prefer.
All right.
So, who is your shocker team in the NFC?
For me, it's an easy answer. Detroit.
Yeah. Okay.
For me, it's easy. It's Detroit. I wanted to say Washington, but it was Detroit was my no doubt surprise not making the playoffs. They had a great run last year. They almost made it to the Super Bowl, just like Washington.
Yeah.
But at the same time, uh, they were better set up for success. They have the sun god Amon-Ra St. Brown. They had Jared Goff. They have a stout defense. They just couldn't get it done.
Right. Right. Um, Keith, who's your shocker team?
Of all people, would say Dallas. And that's because they had 8 wins. And
Not
I'm
only
like,
that,
hey, I like to see them against us in the playoffs, and that ain't gonna
Yeah.
happen.
I would like to add to that, Keith. Not only that, they traded Micah Parsons at the beginning of the season. No one thought Dallas was going to get 8 wins this year. They were doing great, and then the wheels started to fall off the bus. And
Yeah.
now Trayvon Diggs is gone from the team as well. Which, by the way, both Diggs brothers are in huge shit. But less said about that, the
How do you
better.
really feel about that? How do you really
About
feel about that?
about famous chef strangler Stephon Diggs.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Oh, I have to pick mine.
Yeah.
Gosh. Honestly, I'm going to flip this around. I'm going to say I'm surprised that the Chicago Bears made it.
I think
Um
you and me both.
Honestly, Atlanta has not had their shit together at all. The Dallas Cowboys, like I'm really sorry if you're a Dallas fan. I just unless Dallas goes through some serious soul searching, they're not making it anytime soon.
The only way,
Um
Cat, the only way Dallas Cowboys are going to search for their soul is to get rid of the one sucking the life out of them, and that is Jerry Jones. And that is
we
not
all know
happening.
this. No, and we all know this. So, best
Hey,
of luck to them.
they need to work on the idea of NFL, not for long. Who has played for me lately?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Get rid of the weight.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just cut them
for sure.
and throw them on down the road.
Yep.
Because if
Dallas,
they don't
For
work
sure.
for you,
it's time.
if
In
they
Dallas,
don't,
it's time for a soft rebuild. Yeah.
yeah.
Saints. I'm trying to find the 3 games we are all invested in this weekend. We have so the Saints have to win
Yeah.
for Tampa to
Yeah.
oh the
It's only
Saints are
one.
playing Atlanta. Never mind.
I
Never
have
mind.
a
Okay.
cat. I have them written down. I have them written down.
Good. They're also on the ESPN website.
Yeah, I have them
Um
all written down.
So the 2 games though that I wanted to mention specifically about the playoff picture, because if New Orleans wins, then
Tampa advances.
Tampa gets it. If Atlanta wins, then Carolina gets it. Um I mean, when you're not
The
playing
1 o'clock
for
game.
your own, like you're not playing for your own playoff possibility, you're playing for somebody else's.
Yeah.
Um do you play any less? Do you have a terrible last week of football, or
You
do you
you
just
just
like go out there and leave it all on the field?
you just played a game. That's all you do.
Play the
You
Yeah.
game
just
and leave it all out on the field.
facts.
Yeah.
If you
I think
don't
that's
give
what you
it
have to do.
100%, 100% of the time, then you're not worth your money.
Correct.
Yeah. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Really, what's the point?
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
it's not like they can advance to the playoffs if they tied. They have to play. They have no choice.
right, right. No, they have no choice. And then at 8:20 p.m., this is going to be a barn burner. Baltimore at Pittsburgh.
Our fight will be
Um,
glorious, Ratbird.
very
As you
glorious,
know,
Yinzer.
we're going to the Super Bowl. We already have our 9-8 Super Bowl with Mike Tomlin, although we should fire his ass into the sun. But
How did I
our
know that was
battle
going
will
to
be
come up?
glorious, Ratbird. And as we send
Hey,
Aaron Rodgers to
Yinzer.
the Vikings, and we send Mike
Yinzer,
Tomlin
hold
to
on.
the sun.
Yins.
What?
Hey, who would you hire as a head coach then? If you fired Tomlinson.
Tomlin. You mean Tomlin? You know who I'd hire?
Yeah, that one.
There is a coach who deserves a second chance. There is a coach who deserves a second chance, and his name is Robert Saleh. He is currently the defensive coordinator of the San Francisco 49ers. He deserves a second chance after the New York football jerks decided to screw around with his career because they wanted to kiss Aaron Rodgers' ass. But I'd hire Robert Saleh or Brian Flores.
Well, thanks for that, Yinzer. I appreciate.
I'll be back to rip you a new one, Ratbird.
I'm sure you will.
You
He was actually pleasant.
He hasn't got his beers in yet.
I know. It's still early.
Earlier today,
Why don't we
give a couple more hours?
Why don't we chat for a second about our affiliate for this week?
That's right.
Duke Cannon.
That's right. Our affiliate, Duke Cannon Supply Company.
Woo!
They are still, even though it is after the holidays, this is your last chance to get your holiday bundles at Duke Cannon Supply Company. Smell like the holidays with the white elephant, the lump of coal, the illegally cut pine, or even get yourself the peppermint bark, scents as well. They're going fast. They have free shipping on orders $50 and up. And if you don't like the holiday collection, that's no big deal. They have others as well, like the supply drop. You can subscribe. Don't you know that? And if you're, but these
Cobra,
bundles
you're
here,
breaking up a little bit.
But see all these bundles here? You can actually collect and you can actually get something other than the holidays. But use our affiliate link in the bio wherever you get your podcasts. Show the channel some love, and get yourself supplied with Duke Cannon Supply Company. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Thanks, Cobra. Honestly, I think next up is our bold predictions. Not game of the week. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, it's bold predictions. I know Biscuits and Penalties was last night, but it's a different podcast.
It was.
Yep.
It was. And baseball is so close.
All right. So, Keith, you're first, then myself, then Kat.
I tell everybody, San Francisco is, Seahawks is beating Niners.
San Francisco. Right. We're going to we will actually
7-0 right now.
We will currently skip over that game because Keith, your first game you're going to pick is ironically Indianapolis at Houston, and Houston favored by 10.5.
We talked about this earlier. I'll stay the same way that you said it earlier. Houston wins, but don't cover the spread.
Yeah, I think this is going to be closer than a lot of people think. All right. And as for me, I've got a tank bowl. I have the Dallas Cowboys
Ooh.
facing the New York Giants. The Dallas Cowboys favored by 3.5, and I've got Dallas. I've got Dallas not only winning but covering the spread. All right,
I
Kat.
actually on ESPN they only have them by 3.
Yeah, three and
So
I
Yeah.
they
am.
they made it even closer.
Yeah, but I still.
Um
Your turn.
I bet
hit
this
me.
was only a point.
You have another tank bowl. You have the Cleveland Browns facing off against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals favored by 7.5.
Oh man. You know what? I'm gonna say yes and yes.
All right.
They're at home. The Browns can't seem to get their feet underneath of them this season. Um, so yeah.
All right, Keith. You have a playoff tank. You have the New Orleans Saints facing off against the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are favored by 3.5.
Falcons and covering.
All right. Any
Because New
objections?
Orleans, unless the win and got some high school players for them, ain't
All right.
going to win it.
I had the Detroit Lions facing off against the Chicago Bears. The Bears are favored by 3. I'm going with the upset here. I'm going with Detroit because I have a feeling that Chicago will be resting their starters.
Mm,
Kat,
that's a good point.
you have the San Diego Chargers facing off against the Denver Broncos. The Broncos are favored by 12.5, and I have a theory that is because the Chargers are resting their starters.
Um, wouldn't Denver also want to rest their starters?
I know. I would think so as well. So yeah.
And
Wow.
actually, ESPN has Denver up by 14.
Yeah, so it must have
Um,
it updated probably about 30 minutes ago.
honestly, I'm gonna go with Denver, but I don't think they cover that spread. That's a really big.
That's a trap. That's a
I,
trap.
yeah, I
So
don't
two
see that
touchdowns.
happening.
Yep. All right, speaking of traps, Keith, you have the Tennessee Titans facing off against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags are favored by 12.5.
This is definitely gonna do more.
Jacksonville.
Okay.
Because they're home and they've won 12. And Tennessee's only won 3.
So you're going with Jacksonville and covering the spread?
Yep.
I'm objecting. I am saying Jacksonville doesn't cover the spread. That's my objection.
Very interesting.
I don't think they'll make the 12.5 points. I don't think so. All right.
Oh, see,
Now,
ESPN yet again has updated. They have 13.5. That's
same
even
difference.
bigger.
Same difference. I don't think they'll make that climb. All right. Now I have the Washington Commanders facing off against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are favored by 4.5. And I'm not going with the Eagles. I am going with Washington for the upset here. Due to the fact, Keith, I have a theory that the Eagles will not be playing, the starters as well. I think they're going to get ready for the playoffs. If they're locked in, they're like, hey, let's rest our starters. We don't need to show off. It's fine.
I'm going to object to that.
All right, Kat?
They are in Philadelphia. They are in Philadelphia. It's their last game of the season. There's no guarantee that they play football in their stadium after tomorrow. Uh for this season. So I'm going with Philadelphia.
All right, Kat. You have a tank full.
Oh boy. Which one?
The Kansas City Chiefs facing us against the Las Vegas Raiders. The Chiefs are favored by 5.5.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna say Kansas City wins it. One final like hurrah for this season for them. Um, you know, simply because I think their fan base needs something to celebrate in week 18.
All right, Keith.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Vegas wins it.
Ooh, Keith is objecting. Okay. I forgot about that. All right, but Keith,
Yeah,
you have this.
because someone already objected on my game.
Yep, Cat did. So
Sorry,
now
Keith.
yeah, but the Jets face off against the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are favored by 7 unless Cat has a different score, different odds.
I have 8.5 for Buffalo.
8.5. All right.
I'll take Buffalo covering the spread.
I can't object because I've used it. I would object to that. I would have said Buffalo doesn't because I can't trust Buffalo to cover a spread.
Yeah, but it's against New York.
They're also starting Mitch Trubisky.
That is
They're
true.
also going to be playing Mitch Trubisky in a majority of the game. Oh,
And they're in New York. Bless you.
I thought they were in Buffalo. I thought they were at Buffalo.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, they're at Buffalo.
Oh, sorry.
They're in
I meant
Buffalo.
Buffalo. I didn't mean to say New York.
I mean, it is New York's team. It's the only
It
team.
is New York.
Yeah.
All right.
Crazy.
All right. I've got the Miami Dolphins facing off against the New England Patriots. I have New England winning, but not covering the spread because New England always has a tough time against Miami, especially late in the season, especially if it's the last game of the season. There is history there.
Even in Foxborough?
Even in Foxborough. Yes, there is history.
Okay.
All right, Kat.
Okay.
Kat.
I'm here.
You have the Green Bay Packers facing off against what would be Aaron Rodgers' home, the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings favored by 7.5.
Oh, that's a big difference. ESPN currently has them at 10.5.
Ooh.
That's an even bigger spread.
And again, I got these odds from ESPN as well, so they updated these.
They did. I'm gonna go with Minnesota, but I'm not sure they cover the spread.
All right, Keith. Last game before Sunday Night Football, you have the LA Rams facing off against the Arizona Cardinals. The Rams are favored by 7.5. Thinking about it.
I'm going to take LA because they're home.
And covering? Yeah. I would assume so.
How much is it?
7.5. Kat, has that updated?
10.
Arizona, Los Angeles says 9.5 at this point.
9.5. All right. Again,
it's just because everybody's doubling down on it.
Covering it.
Okay.
I'll go for the covering.
All right. The last game, Pittsburgh and Baltimore. We are treating it like Monday Night Football. Everyone gets a crack at this. Starting, of course, with we are going to actually start in reverse order here. We're going to start with Kat, myself, and Keith. All right. Go ahead, Kat.
Um, for sheer hope.
Baltimore's favored by 3.5.
Yes. Out of sheer hope and throwing it out there, uh, praying and hoping and all the well wishes and whatever else. I'm going with Baltimore,
All
but
right.
I'm not going to say they
Well,
cover the spread.
okay, you're going down. All right, I am going for the content here because we all love hearing his voice. I am going with Pittsburgh
No,
because the
stop.
Yinzer
No,
demands
don't do
it.
it.
Yes. Aaron Rodgers wants to prove he could be a Viking. He should have been a Viking. He's going to go to Super Bowl. He is going to Super Bowl.
If there was one magic trick that I could learn how to do, it would be to throw up those scarves. So every time you mentioned it, I could throw up the scarves. Keith,
I'm going to go with
give it.
Baltimore. Covering the spreads.
Yes.
All right. Oof. That is.
It's going to be.
All of them are locked in, guys. That is our bold predictions. Once again, we are not experts. We don't do this
Oh,
for a
please
living.
don't take any advice from us.
Yes, please don't. In fact, if you take any advice, use the Uno reverse card trick and go opposite of almost all of our picks. Gamble responsibly if you do so. That is
Amen.
that is it for our bold predictions. Woof.
Until the playoffs.
Until the playoffs are concerned. But we gotta
That's
give
insane.
we gotta give a
Since
special
week 18.
we gotta give a special shout out to our other shows that we show on this channel here. Of course, we had Biscuits and Penalties last night. That episode is up live. So do check that out.
Yes, please.
Billy,
I'm still learning
Caesar,
about
Alex,
hockey, though. So
Kat and myself were right there. Yep. But also coming up this Sunday, we have our pro wrestling podcast, The Hand It Down, Beat Down. We're heading on to the road to WrestleMania, so we are excited about that. And on Tuesday, our debut episode of a bowling podcast, lovingly referred to as The Gutter's Edge, with myself and Ricky Swearingen. I think that's how his name is. It's either Jen or Gen. I will get it right. We will be definitely going onto the lanes and talking bowling. I'm pretty sure Kat will join us as well. I wouldn't doubt that. And of course, we have two other podcasts coming in the pipeline for sure. That is the Lap Down, our NASCAR podcast with Greg Farmer. And we have the Dirt and Turf podcast with Kat and myself. Probably have more people on it for baseball. Spring training is coming. The 4 greatest words in sport, pitchers and catchers report, will be coming soon. And of course, we have other things coming up in the pipeline as well. We will have a World Cup podcast. We will have a March Madness podcast. We will also be joining our friend Billy on his YouTube channel, BullBill98, for our March Madness bracket. So do check that out when it is time to do so. But I'm Cobra, and on behalf of Kat...
wait, you forgot one.
Oh, what did I forget?
The Olympics. I want to cover the Olympics.
Oh, yeah, we are covering the Olympics. I completely forgot about that. I am sorry.
This is why I'm here. This is why I'm here.
This is why you helped me out. But that is it for the hard count. On behalf of Keith...
Yes, indeed.
On behalf of Kat and Keith, we'll see you on the
Hey,
field.
also like and subscribe.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe with your friends wherever you listen to this podcast, whether it be YouTube, Spotify. Check us out on TikTok with our shorts. We have a Patreon. become a member of our Patreon. Please support the channel as
Please.
best as you can. But like I
We're
said,
at 97 subscribers on YouTube.
yeah,
Well,
we're at
only 3 more.
3 more to
And
100.
we
We're
get
getting
on it.
close. Yep. And of
you
course, we will see you on the field. Set up.